We're going?
3, 2.
We're going on both?
Yep.
All right. High Button Podcast. We're back. Welcome. Is that a wedding this weekend? The theme in the air, other than love, was anxiousness. Did I use that word correctly?
Anxiety.
No.
Well,
Anxiousness. People are excited for summer.
oh, okay.
I shouldn't say summer. People are just excited for normalcy. It was the first time in, I don't know, I guess over a year that, people just weren't wearing masks. People were comfortable with one another. People were still keeping a distance, but people were comfortable with one another. And the topic of conversation a lot was, this summer coming up, the vaccine coming around the corner. And most importantly, the summer and getting out of the city and doing something differently. You could tell that, like I said, there was anxiousness. Did I use that word correctly?
Yeah.
In the air.
What percentage of were people talking about it a lot, like COVID? And, was that the main theme, or did you guys try to stay away from it?
To be quite honest with you, it's hard to answer. By a certain point, you have too many drinks, you can't really remember what's going on. But I remember at the early stages, the topic was not even COVID, just going back to normal. Honestly, plain and simple, just getting back to normal and things that you could do in Atlantic Canada, even if that means getting an Airbnb in New Brunswick, going to see the the Fundy, the
Bay of Fundy.
Bay of Fundy, where the tide goes in, the tide goes down. Bay of Fundy.
Yeah, highest tides in the world.
A lot of Airbnb talk, a lot of softball team playing at the Commons with your friends every Thursday. A lot of talk about that, what team you're going to join, who's going to be on the team, who's going to be the captain, what's going to be the name of the team. A lot of golf talk. Mark, I know you're happy about that. A lot of summer hockey talk, getting out on the ice in the summertime, playing pickup with the boys. Wasn't really a lot of talk about traveling outside of Canada. It was just being able to, even Newfoundland, just getting out and doing something. And when I hear all of this, I think it's going to be one of the best summers in Atlantic Canada in the past 20 years. How long's 20 years? Is that a century? No, a century is 100.
No, so it's like a fifth, since 2001, so like a fifth of a century.
2 decades?
20% of
2
a century.
decades?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, and I don't think anyone could argue with me, I think that this will be one of the best summers in Atlantic Canada in the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
People are riled up. People want to get out and explore. People want to put their feet up. People want to jump into a body of water. You tired, Mark?
Nope.
It's okay if you are.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm good.
I thought you were yawning.
Oh, no.
People want to explore. I feel like a lot of people in this past year have found out a little bit of something about themselves that they didn't know a year ago, and they want to maybe put that to the test. Maybe someone found out how to fish, but only on YouTube. Maybe someone found, I guess you could fish anyways now, even if there's COVID or not, but that's not the point. But I feel like some people have picked up some certain skills in the past year, and they want to express them this year, or this summer, May, June, July, August, September. They want to be able to get out there and go do something and have some fun. I remember some of the funnest moments, I know I already brought it up, was softball at the Commons. Have any of you two ever played that?
Dude, I play it every summer. I'm playing it this summer. Past 2 years I've done it.
One of the funnest things ever.
Yeah.
Funnest things ever. I remember when I used to play it, I was a concierge at the hotel. And the key to that was because, some of the shifts are 3 to 7. Those softball games are at what time usually? 5?
Yeah, 5 to 7.
Oh, no, sorry, 3 to 11, that would be the shift. So I'd be
Yeah.
booked all night.
Yeah, latest start would be 7, earliest would be 5.
But the hotel I worked at was right downtown, and the Commons was right there. And usually the break I get's 30 minutes. But as long as you have a radio on you or a phone on you that work can get a hold of you at any point, but you go up and play a little quick game.
You really?
100%. That's what makes
That's hilarious.
That's what makes the work. That's what makes the workplace special. If either of you two came to me right now and said, "Listen, Justin, I got a softball championship game Thursday at 6:00," even though we had to somewhat do something, I'd let you go because I know how that important that is. And that's what I loved working about that hotel that I worked at, was they let you go. If you had something to do, you got to go. They let you go do it. Life.
Yeah.
But I remember some of those memories going back to the Commons and playing for the team I played for, the Wet Banditos. Some of the best memories I had in the summer. Did they play softball last summer?
Yeah, we did. The season started Typically, I think the first year I played it started like the beginning of May. This one started middle of July, so they just moved it back like a month and a half.
Yeah.
But I was in the league. We were the Brew Jays.
The Brew Jays?
The Brew Jays.
That's
yeah.
that's an okay name.
Yeah. We had shirts and everything.
And I know like a big part of the softball community, at least in the Commons, is post-game beers. You know, it's how many guys are on a team usually, guys and girls, probably like 12, 13, Mark.
Yeah, at least.
Mark, 12, 13?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, you rotate the 12-pack, okay? Dylan's bringing one. Okay, now Sam's bringing one. Now Samantha. Actually, no, the girls never brought the drinks, but like, okay, now Chris is bringing one. Now Dylan, did I already say Dylan?
Yes.
So now Dylan's going to bring one.
Dylan's
now,
on double duty.
what's another name? What's another name?
Mark.
Well, you're here, though. It can't be Mark.
Okay. Greg.
Greg. No,
Yeah.
it's Greg starting to bring a 12-pack. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember a big part of that culture was the beers after the game. Is okay, now what are we doing after the game? Are we going to go have a barbecue? Are we going to go to a buddy's house and finish these beers? What are we going to do? And I remember sometimes, it was be a Friday or what game? Thursday? Those games are? Thursday?
Yeah, that's when we play.
You know, some of the times I'd be like, I'm just going to go home and rest. And that's
Yeah.
not for me right now, Mark. And, you know, if I had that opportunity right now,
Oh yeah.
100%. Okay, where's the barbecue at, Mark? Okay, well, where are we going to finish these beers at, Mark?
Yeah.
You know, like that's where my headspace is at. And I feel like a lot of people at that wedding, and I feel like a lot of people in the HRM, and I feel a lot of people across the world right now. Maybe not in some places in the world, because some places in the world life is normal. It doesn't really affect them.
But here, for sure. For sure.
But here, for sure,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's definitely that anxiousness in the air to be able to stay out till 9:30, 10 o'clock while the sun is still up and just sit on a buddy's back deck. Mark, you are tired. Don't lie. Yes, you are. It's all right. I'm not. It's all right. You're really tired. How late did you stay up till last night?
Like 2 o'clock maybe.
What did you do up till 2?
Well, you know, the weekend is, whether it's summer or any time. Well, for me, it's you got to catch up on all the hockey and the basketball.
That's true.
And the
Usually you
wrestling
don't
and
come
the
in on
golf.
Mondays either, too. It's
Yeah.
kind of a day off for you, too. But I just think that there's a lot of people out there when that little extra opportunity is to go on your buddy's back deck and have a barbecue and finish a couple beer. I think that opportunity is going to be taken advantage of 100 and 1,000 million trillion %. Like, people are just going to go and spend that extra hour at that buddy's house because they know that things are starting to come around to back to normalcy. And one thing that it is kind of a choppy conversation about things that are going to be going back to normal is that mask conversation. I feel like events need to happen that happened this past weekend to go back to normal, because there are going to be times where there's a room and it's split, where you got 50% of the people wearing mask, 50% of the people not wearing the mask. And there was a good percentage at the wedding not wearing the mask, and it was great. But it's almost like events like that need to happen in order for things to go back to normal. Now, am I saying things are ever going to go back to normal?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that. Are either of you two saying that? Because I don't think it'll ever happen. Normal. Like, do you think you'll ever be able to walk into a grocery store now without at least one person wearing a mask for the rest of your life? I'll sit for a sec. You guys answer. You don't have to answer right now. Take your time.
Yeah, I think eventually maybe, but I don't know if that does happen, it'll be like 10 years plus. I think where like we're all vaccinated up and it's super easy for people to do it. But I think for at least the next 10 years, I think there might be the hand sanitizer at the start, you know, the masks, but I don't know. It's a good question. It's kinda
Mark,
scary to
what's your
think
answer?
about.
I think there's going to be some things certainly that are going to carry over after it's done. It's just a matter of, at least to me, of my thinking, you know, what ones are going to carry over: social distancing or reduced capacity, or I don't think masks, I don't think they're going to be around forever, but certainly.
But the social distancing thing is tough in like venues because the seats are right next to each other.
I think at least I would prefer mask without social distancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I had to
It's
choose.
like, okay, you gotta wear a mask. It sucks, but at least you can like stand in a group of people and not have to like worry. You know, 6 feet apart. Just like at some point, it gets ridiculous.
But I remember at the first beginning, everyone was asking, okay, do we wear a mask here or do we not wear a mask here when you first walk in? And when we walked in, everyone did. But then minute by minute, mask by mask, the next thing you know, everyone was laughing. No one had their masks off. Everyone was happy. Everyone was at the bar. People were giving each other hugs every now and then. It was just such a great environment to be in, because I haven't been in an environment like that in the past year. And that's kind of what sparked this podcast. Was I felt normal. I felt I felt like I was, you know, 2 years ago, however long we've been doing this for. And I feel like it's little awkward scenarios like that that need to happen in order for things to go back to normal a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that, you know, I've seen a couple people in the grocery store not wear a mask. And, you know, that questions me because there's food in there. There's older people that go in there. It's a group of people that are very mixed.
No one really knows each other.
No one really knows each other exactly. So that was kind of a little iffy. Like maybe like that'll be the last place where people do take their masks off. I don't know. That's not what this podcast is about. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to talk about summer here in Atlantic Canada. And I'm talking about those texts that come from your buddy at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Hey Mark, hey Jeff, do you want to go do this?
I know.
And you're sitting at home, you got your pajamas on, you're on the couch, you're watching Teletoons, whatever you guys watch, and you're like, you know what? No, Dylan, I am going to come out for that extra golf swing. I am going to come to the driving range. I am going to come. What do you do for fun?
Drink.
Okay, so I am going to come have that drink. I am going to come have that drink.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, to your golfing range, literally the other day, my buddy texted me. It was like 4:30. It was the really nice day. There was only one golfing range open. It was out in Beaverbank.
Yeah.
And he texted me, and like I had to make supper at 5:30, and it was I had to be home for supper at 5:30. It was like 4.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm picking you up in 5 minutes. Like we're going to the range."
Yeah. See, and that's that anxiousness.
Yeah.
That's that anxiousness.
And I was like, in my head to start, I was like, oh man, it'd be easier just to like lay in bed until supper. But I was like, you know what? Like,
Yeah,
it's the start of
100%.
the season. It's a nice day. I'm probably gonna be happier if I go do this.
Yeah.
So then I dragged myself up and I went and did it. I did feel better after.
See?
So it was a grade A example right there.
And I think that there's going to be a lot of spikes in the tourism industry in Atlantic Canada, even if that means going to an Airbnb in New Brunswick, even if that means going to a carnival in Bedford, even whatever's going to be happening. There's just going to be a lot of yeses compared to a lot of nos. I think cottage country is going to be a great thing for a lot of people right now. Campgrounds, you know, Prince Edward Island. You go out there, you go to the beaches, you go to some campgrounds, you go to, I know there's a lot of festivals out there when it comes to food. I don't know about music.
I don't know. Well, they have Cavi. Like
Cavi, I don't know if that'll be happening. But,
yeah, I don't know if that'll happen, but there'll be.
But that's my point right now.
progress.
Could you imagine right now if they came out tomorrow, Mark, and they said, Cavendish is on. The government goes, okay, things are safe. We're having fun at Cavendish, guys. Think tickets. I don't know how many tickets did they sell at Cavendish. 10,000, 100,000.
I was actually I was at the first one they ever sold.
So how
out
many
when
people
Luke
were
Bryan
there?
Went. Dude, it was like I want to know. It was like I can't even believe it was like 15 grand.
No, but how many? 15,000 people?
Yeah.
I would say way more.
Maybe it was way more, man. But it was packed.
Oh yeah,
way up.
Mark said higher.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay.
let's just say 60,000.
Maybe it was like 50.
50?
Even. I
Maybe
think
si-
50.
Closer to 30, maybe.
So let's say 40,000.
Yeah.
Heck, either of you both of you right now can't look me in the eye and tell me that those 40,000 Mark?
30 to 40.
Those 30 to 40,000 tickets wouldn't sell out in 10 minutes.
Oh.
You can't
sure.
you can't look me in the eye and tell me that
I
wouldn't
know.
happen
They
within
would.
10 minutes.
They would. Maybe 10 minutes in 1 second.
Halifax Jazz Fest. If that were to happen, you can't tell me how many people are there, but they probably sell 5,000 tickets maybe.
Mhm.
Let me set the call.
Yeah, for like the main shows on like the big stage.
Mm.
I know they do it like the bars and stuff.
I do owe an apology, by the way, here.
Uh-oh.
Last podcast, I said that I don't think I've ever been to a good concert in Halifax, and I have to apologize to the Bahamas.
Oh, AV. Oh,
Avian,
is he not gonna be
the Jazz
Uh-oh.
Fest. That was the best concert that I've ever been to in my entire life. Yeah, been to the weekend. That was good, but nothing beat outside on I think it was August night with my best friend smoking. You know, it was a great night. It was a great night, and I do apologize if he was listening. That was a great night. And there are great events that do go on in Halifax, and there are great concerts. You just have to take that time to be able to go out. But that goes back to this whole point of this podcast is where people will be going out. People will be saying yes. And there will be an opportunity to do that this summer, I think.
It's good to hear, man.
Even if there's not in concert form, even if there is no Jazz Fest, even if there is no, what was it, Cavendish?
Cavi.
Even
yeah.
if there is no Cavi,
Yeah.
someone's going to have a concert in their backyard. Someone's going to have a little get-together with a pool. Get their buddy's band over that plays at the YMCA like I was talking about last time. Get 100 people together. You know, maybe in the past, I'm not going to some guy's backyard to listen to some group YMCA playing a band outside. They got an amp from what's the audio store from around
Long and
here?
McQuaid.
Long and
Long and
McQuaid.
McQuaid.
I'm not going to that backyard pool band party with the guy. They got the amp from Long and McQuaid and
No.
the audios. And are they even good? That's not the point. That's not the point. If they're good or they're not good, it doesn't matter. The point is people want experiences. There's been no experiences this past year other than Netflix and fucking chill. And that's garbage. Mark knows it the most because he does it the most. But that's garbage.
What?
Netflix and chill is no. What is
I
that?
know.
You gotta see the world.
I'm
I'm
tired of
joking,
Netflix.
Mark.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I
Sorry.
kind of flew over my head there. Sorry.
People want experiences. So yeah, even if what's that guy's band in the backyard?
Oh, I don't know.
the
man.
funky,
What's the name of it?
Rocky something. I don't. I'm
Yeah,
just pulling names out of my head. The
Yeah.
funky Rocky band.
Jeff, what's the name of the band?
in the backyard.
In the
Of
backyard.
a random guy's house. And
They play at the YMCA every Wednesday, but they got the amp from Long and
Village
McQuaid.
People?
Is that what the name is?
Well, I don't think they
Well, they
got
don't
the amp from
play in
Long
other people's
McQuaid. They got their own
backyards.
stuff, but they definitely they're the ones who used to play at the bar, that bar downtown. No, that wasn't Village People. Who was that?
Dude, I'm just trying to get you to make up a name.
Yeah,
Think of a name,
that's
okay?
how I was doing funky Rocky. Of
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
make
Okay.
up a name.
Everyone calm down.
Okay.
Even if they suck, you're going for the experience. You're going to be by the pool. You're going to watch your best friend go on the barbecue and grill up some chicken, some asparagus, maybe a rum and coke. Maybe you'll jump in the pool. I don't know. But you're going for the experience. So if Mark, you call me tomorrow and say, hey, listen, Justin, hey, Jeff, what's the name of the band? The Funky 2? The Funky 2?
Rocky something.
The Funky Rocky something. They're playing in the backyard tonight. Jeff, or Mark, I'm there in a heartbeat. And I'm going to stop at Sobeys on the way and pick up a tray of pepperoni and cheese and bring, because I know that there's going to be at least another 50 people there that are going to be just as excited as I am. That's all I'm trying to say, is that there's going to be little things like this. Don't get me wrong, Cavi would be great. Bahamas Jazz Fest would be great.
But it's baby steps.
But it's baby steps. Exactly.
yeah.
So that's where it's going to start, Mark and Jeff. It's going to start in the backyard of that pool party with the funky band, YMCA band. It's going to start with the barbecue, the single barbecue, where it's just you, your cousin, your grandfather, your uncle, and that other relative that nobody likes. Like, it's just going to start with that, but you're going to be able to have an amazing experience. You're going to be able to laugh. You're going to be able to have a good time, and then you're going to be able to go into the office on Monday and talk about it. But everyone in that office is going to have a story from the weekend or from that night, from Thursday after baseball, because people are going to be saying yes, 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 yes. Are the bars going to be at 100% capacity? I'm not, maybe we'll have Dr. Strang on here. We'll ask him. I don't know. But back to full circle to what I'm talking about. There's going to be different experiences, and people are going to be willing to experience them throughout these next couple of months, where it's shorts, t-shirts, and
That's the difference between this summer and last summer. COVID's still a thing for both of them, but this summer is going to be like, last summer was actually pretty good.
it was good.
Like,
Don't get me
around
wrong,
here.
but I don't think people knew
Yeah.
the what's the word I'm looking for? The intensity,
Severity.
the severity of
Yeah.
what was happening.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there's people listening to this this podcast and going, Justin, what are you talking about? I live my life like that every single day. And I'm not, to those people, bravo, because I'm not one of you. I'm the type of guy every now and then, no, Jess, I'm staying in because I just don't want to go out. I'm not,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Those days are behind you.
But there's people like that are out there that live a full life. They say yes to everything. That's just their way of life. And I feel like those people are going to be crowded this year, because there's going to be a lot more people with them saying, okay, how many people can fit in your car? Can you pick me up? What time do I need to be ready? Okay, let's go. So I feel like that space is going to be a lot of fun. Watch the Commons this year. You're not telling me right now what's the sport where they throw the ball underhand and they hit it with a paddle?
Is that cricket?
Cricket.
They play cricket. there,
Cricket. You're
so-
not telling me that the cricket community in Halifax right now is not going through the roof with the amount of action that's going to be going on in the Commons. They're going to probably I want to go watch a fucking cricket game right now. I want to be able to go sit there, put a blanket down, or not a blanket. What do they call them?
like a lawn chair.
Like you sit on for a picnic. Yeah, like a foldable chair.
Yeah.
Like you sit there with a foldable chair, have a couple drinks with the girlfriend with the button, and sit there and watch a what are they, cricket?
Cricket.
A cricket
yes.
game. I can't wait for my buddy Kevin to message me and say, hey, the Wet Banditos are back. Every Thursday, 6... You good, Mark?
Yep.
Every Thursday, 6 p.m. to be able to go play a baseball game. I can't wait. I'm ready for... I got yes pre-typed into my phone.
I know, man. I gotta say, so when I was going to school in Toronto, a lot of people would just who would come from afar would just stay there for the summer, because summers in Toronto was fun. But every single time I would just come back to Halifax. Like the 4 years I was there, 3 summers in a row, I would come back, work a full-time job here, and just enjoy the Atlantic provinces for the summer. Like I just had to. Like Toronto was fine during the year, but the summers here they just hit different, man.
Jeff, I'm happy that you brought this conversation up. Mark, you're going to like this one. How many people do we know right now that were living up in Toronto, that were living up in Vancouver, that were living in Edmonton, that were living in Calgary, that are home now?
Oh,
Okay?
I know.
I'm not
through the roof.
done yet. But we know a lot.
Yeah.
How many do you know, Mark?
Just
Just give me a number.
10,
10?
15.
Jeff?
At least, yeah, above that, 15, 20.
Okay, I'm going to go with you boys too. 15, 20.
Yeah, including me.
Do I need to finish my story?
Uh,
I think
know.
it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm getting at. I got a buddy that came home from Vancouver the other day. Tommy, the guy who I started this company with. He's here for the next 3 months, I think. He's isolating right now. But, oh, I got Siri going. But you're not telling me when he's done isolating that it's...
Full steam ahead.
And I'm not, I hate that. I don't want to, I know alcohol is such a big part of this culture here in Nova Scotia. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying get drunk every day. I'm not saying go out and drink. I'm not saying do that. But it's time to explore. It's time to get out of the comfort of your own house. It's time to be able to go to that cliff out in Peggy's Cove and just take a look and go, wow, I missed this. Like, why wasn't I here since last time I was 6 years old? You know, you're going to be able to go see things that you forgot about that you want to go see now. Buddies that have been home forever, like Jeff just said, that are up in Toronto, that are home now. You know, we all know this. June, July, August, September even, best months here.
Oh yeah.
And you can ask anyone that lives in any other part of the world. You know, you could talk to a guy from France, and he comes to Nova Scotia June, July, August, and what was the other month?
September.
September. You know that they're going to have a great experience, whether it's at a bar, whether it's on a beach, whether it's at a music festival, whether it's at a Commons baseball game, whether it's taking a hike to the tide goes up and down?
Bay of Fundy.
Bay of Fundy. You know what I mean? That's just exactly what I'm talking about. There's so many other experiences that you can have within this part of the world. But June, don't get me wrong, yeah, it's a great place to live, but we all know it's no secret. June, July, August, September.
Yeah, those are the hot months.
And having all your friends home that you went to high school, junior high with, university with.
I know.
You're telling me that those... Are you good, Mark?
Yep.
You're hiding your yawns. Do
It was,
you want a coffee?
Yeah.
oh, I
Are you
don't.
good?
You know, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah. When I was in Toronto, I would have people all the time saying to me like, I gotta get out to like Nova Scotia, especially like my photographer friends or like the people in my program who liked like
Yeah.
creating videos and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
They would always say like, I'm coming out to like Nova Scotia this summer, like I got to, I've always wanted to. These are people in Toronto, like they know like Halifax and the Maritimes for like the summer beautiful months with like Peggy's Cove
100%.
and all this. And I think like once this is over and people can travel here, it's gonna be a huge uptick. Cause it would happen to me all the time. Like when I would tell them I'm coming home, like, oh, like if I come, can I like crash at your place? Like, you know, like these people I went to university with who have never been out of Ontario in their lives. Like,
Yeah. If you're sitting on a
They
property
wanna
right
come
now in Atlanta, if you're sitting on a property right now in Atlantic Canada that you're able to Airbnb, you know you're sitting on a gold mine. You know you are.
for real.
I don't have to. You know you're sitting on a gold mine, especially if it's a house near the water. I guarantee already it's booked up. Guaranteed it. I don't know how much you're charging a night. How much you charge a night by water on a house? 300, 250 a night?
Yeah.
350 a
Sounds
night?
about right.
350 a night times how much? So you got
If you got a nice spot.
How many
that's
days are in
pretty
a
cheap.
month?
It's, but yeah. It's,
30?
yeah.
On
So
average.
4 months. So what's 30 times 4?
120.
Yeah.
120. So let's go 120 times. Let's go 250 a night.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? 120? 120 times 250 a night. You're looking at 30 grand. Airbnb, Atlanta, Canada. Families coming all over Canada to come here, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
We got to hope this vaccine.
Yeah,
we got to
yeah.
we have to make sure that this vaccine is good, Mark and Jeff. But
Because right now, only people in the Maritimes will be able to enjoy it, unfortunately. But
I still don't think that's an issue. I think people from the city want to get out and want to explore. I know that was a topic of conversation at the wedding big time, was just exploring the province. It's a great province.
oh yeah,
Great province. There's things to do. There's beaches to see. There's cliffs to swing off of.
yeah. There's enough like unknown like in just Nova Scotia alone. Like I've been to Cape Breton like once in my life, and I've lived in Nova Scotia for
Yeah.
21 years. And like when we mention like opportunities that might arise in Cape Breton, my my girlfriend's like, you gotta go, like
Yeah.
you gotta go. It's
Yeah.
just like, I know, like it's like a whole different world. So if you really want to travel and get out, rent an Airbnb up there.
Yeah.
Go do the hikes up that big mountain there. And, there's
Golf
plenty.
Cabot Cliffs. Mark, I'm going to get you to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
I never went, but I'm pretty sure every second person I talked to was, I'm going to Cabot Cliffs next weekend. Mark, maybe elaborate a little bit on the golf community here in Nova
Oh,
Scotia.
yeah, it's huge because, as we all know, when COVID struck, golf was one of, if not the first, like recreational activity that opened up. And that's when golf courses were spiking in business. Everyone was out playing golf. I mean, I already was playing golf, but so many new golfers. It was fantastic. And, yeah, there's so many great, courses, whether you got, Cape Breton, your Highland Links, your Cabot Links, your Le Portage, the lakes, what have you. And, of course, even just here in Halifax, you got your Lost Creek, your Grandview, your Montague, your Brightwood. And just all over the province is just great golf courses. And I played a lot of them. I've traveled around. I mean, I'm not a member of a club or anything, so you just travel. You can travel the province playing golf and pretty much see everything because there's golf courses pretty much in every sort of, I guess, call it like major region of like the province. And it's like, yeah, I like hiking and all. Hiking's great and all, but hiking you're just walking and looking at things.
Yeah.
Well, golf you're walking, looking at things, and playing
Being athletic.
golf.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Being able to travel and experience things while you stay. That's why I talk about the Airbnb industry being big. People aren't going to want to, especially now, where people are working, what's the word I'm looking for? Remotely. You're telling me right now you can't go to Cabot Cliff for a week, but be able to work in the hotel for a day or two,
Yeah,
and then
you're
go back
right.
out
Yeah,
at
yeah.
nighttime and get a
Yeah.
couple rounds in while
and,
you're
and your boss would literally never be the wiser.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My buddy Tommy, who I started this company with, I know I already said that. He's out in Vancouver, but he's still working from home. He's working for the company out in Vancouver, just here in Halifax. He has to wake up a little. Are they behind us or ahead? They have to,
So behind.
Well, 5 o'clock Pacific is 9 Atlantic, so 5 in the morning.
so he's gonna have to work a little bit later, I think. Does that make sense?
No, he's gonna work earlier.
Work earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work earlier.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so wait, was he still working for the company in Vancouver?
Yeah. So like 9 to 5 in Vancouver is what here? 12 to 9.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
1
yeah,
to 6.
yeah.
1 to 6. So he'll be working later.
Oh, sorry.
But still, like, you're still able to do it. You're still able to work anywhere in the world and get the job done. Now, excuse me. That's another element to it. Buddies up in Toronto that are probably still working for their company up in Toronto, but they're able to work here. I know a couple buddies that are living here right now that are still working for their company up in Toronto.
Me too.
Not a hassle, not a problem. They're able to do it. They get their job done with the pajamas on in their bed. They wake up whenever, get the job done. They pull the laptop out and whatever I don't know what other companies do, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like a problem from the friends that I talk to.
Dude, I did a
It do-
full year of university online.
How did
literally have
you like it?
I literally have been doing like the entire year. I've done like operating like I'm in Toronto. Like if I get an assignment due at 3 p.m. If it says assignment due at 3, like it's 4.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a quick adjustment. Like I found it fine. I mean, like you said, everything's online.
Yeah.
So literally none of my profs know I'm in Halifax.
Yeah.
I never bothered to tell them because why would I?
Yeah.
But here I am. Like I never needed to be there in person. And
You're one of
now
the
I'm gonna
lucky
graduate.
ones. You're one of the lucky ones. There's
Yeah, I
there's
know.
there's some people, like, I know maybe work is different than school. Like, I know some people have a tough time learning in school, but there's some people that struggle with it and they have mental. It's actually Generous United. It's good that this conversation is being brought up with the mental health aspect, people not getting outside and exercising, the diabetes, type 2 diabetes is a thing as well. So there's an element to that too that's going on in a place where people are stuck inside, people are having trouble learning. Maybe some people are having trouble at work as well, and it's a great thing that Generous United is able to. I'm not doing a plug here. I guess I kind of am, but I'm just happy that they're part of our family because they're helping a lot of people with their issues right now, being stuck inside, not being able to go to places, and not being able to live a healthy lifestyle. So.
Yeah.
It's great that they're on board with us and we're able to promote that message as much as possible. But it'll be interesting to see how, once things, like I said, open up, conversation about the wedding, that anxiousness is being fulfilled and people are going out. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to look at the economy. It's going to be interesting to look at all these golf courses like Mark's talking about and see if it's tough to get in to get to play a round of golf with your buddy. It's going to be interesting to see these tennis courts around HRM. Are you going to be able to get into a tennis court? They put the nets up this Saturday.
Oh yeah, the outside courts.
They put the outside courts up Friday or Saturday?
I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it.
So now you tell me it's a 30-minute waiting list. Not waiting list, but let's say you show up to a tennis, what do you call it, tennis court. Show up to a tennis court and there's someone playing. There's a 30-minute, what's the word I'm looking for? We have to be respectful. It's like courteous, like a 30-minute courteous wait.
Oh.
So let's say you and I are playing tennis, Mark, and Jeff and his buddy where's your buddy from?
He's from Bedford.
So you got Jeff and his buddy from Bedford want to play after us. We have to take note and go, okay, we only have 30 minutes left to play.
Yes, that's usually they put like a time, like a sign up there. It says play for however many minutes, or and then let the next people, or just play doubles and just get both groups in at once.
But see, this is me in my experience of trying to experience summer a little bit more. It's tennis. Though, by the way, if tennis, those tennis fucking fees are expensive to play inside.
Oh, I know.
And that's the thing how they get you. You got to pay for an annual fee. But why would you buy an annual fee for an indoor tennis club when you can just play outside?
Yeah.
But then again, I guess you got to wait for 30 minutes outside sometimes. So I guess maybe there is perks. I shouldn't throw them under the bus. But that's an experience of mine. It's tennis right now. I don't play tennis ever. Tennis. I play hockey, lacrosse, tennis. So this is new for me. Now I'm learning the rules. But I'm having fun. I'm going out. I'm experiencing it. But I bet there's a guy like me, but there's also 40 other guys like me that bought tennis rackets this year and can't wait for that weather to switch. And then they're going to be at the tennis courts left, right, and center. I'm already talking to my buddy who gets off. Well, I know today's a terrible day because it's raining, but tomorrow's supposed to be nice. You better believe I'm scheduling it. Sarah's shoulder. Me and Sarah usually play, but her shoulder's a little.
Mm-hmm. That's important for tennis. You feel the shoulder.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So, but that's just one. Cricket registration. Could that be through the roof? I don't know. Do you know any cricket players?
I don't know if they have like leagues around here, if they just like gather up and play.
No, I think it is a league within the Commons. I got a buddy, Ben, who follows them, but he's aware of them, and I'm pretty sure he said that they are a league.
Okay. Good for them.
So the Commons when you're playing baseball, and in the outfield how you have those hipsters with their bike walking through the outfield.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me right now there's going to be altercations with hipsters walking with their bike and the guy in the outfield that's trying to make that sack fly catch ball. What am I trying to say? Sack fly?
Catch it for the sack fly, and then the guy.
Say it again.
Like he's trying to get the out. You're trying to say?
Yeah, he's trying to get the out. But what's it called? Sack fly?
Like the batter's trying to get a sacrifice fly.
No, like the outfielder's trying to catch a ball, but it's coming through the sack fly. He's trying to get it.
Oh, sack. Oh, okay.
What am I trying to say, Jeff?
So a sack fly is when someone's on third base and you hit the ball and you just sacrifice your at bat so they can score in the outfield. But that'd be like a pop out, just like hitting it way into the outfield and then
So you're telling me right now there's not going to be a hipster walking through the outfield with his bike through the dirt path, and there's going to be a buddy in the outfield catching the ball, and there's going to be an altercation? I guarantee there's going to be more altercations like that than ever. Not that that's a bad thing, but my point is, my point is, Mark, that there's going to be a lot of action in the Commons this year because that's the hub for outdoor activities in the city. What were you going to say?
Oh, just just if you're walking and there happens to be a baseball, soft game, you
gotta wait. Yeah, wait for the person.
Or just pay attention so that you don't get hit.
There's been times where I've played and there's a family of people walking by. You're gonna wait. No rush.
Yeah.
You're gonna wait for the people to walk by in the outfield at the Halifax Commons. You're not in a huge rush because what else are you gonna do? You're having the time of your life. You're playing baseball in the middle of the Halifax Commons in the middle of August.
I know, right?
On a Thursday.
Yeah.
20 degrees.
And you're going down to Seahorse Tavern after the game.
100%.
And you've already got a drink cracked on the bench.
100%. You're not in a rush, Mark. You're not in a rush, Jeff.
I know.
The back to the cricket crew. People want new experiences. I know that the cricket crew is mostly Indian people. You might see a little mixed diversity in there in the cricket community this year. I don't know. It looks kind of fun. There's cricket players over in Europe that are millionaires. Huge sport over there. You ever see a cricket crowd?
Yep.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge.
Thing. Yeah.
So you're not telling me right now that people are interested in maybe doing something different that gets them out of the house to do something? I'll do anything right now.
Would you join a cricket league right now?
Fuck yeah, I'll join a cricket league. Mark, I do actually need you to work on that after this. I do need you to I'm dead. We need to be miking up other athletes other than hockey players.
I'd be giving you suggestions.
I know. But
dude,
we gotta call them or something.
Idea right here. This summer, we go down, we like cover the different things going on at the Commons. So like one
See, Jeff?
time,
I
one
like
time
that.
it'll be like we cover like a baseball team or like a softball team.
Mhm.
You know, we do like a nice cinematic video on their game.
Yeah.
The next we do the cricket league.
Yeah.
Maybe the next we the people walking around the oval
Yeah.
or doing the rollerblading on the oval.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, a little high button local content. Put it on the YouTube.
Telling you right now, if there was a way to invest in the Halifax Commons, I would. If it was a publicly traded stock,
I love that. Yeah.
I would invest in the Commons. Do you have an idea about the Commons? Something we could do this summer down there, Mark?
Walk the Commons because it's a great walking spot. You can walk the whole perimeter of the thing and crisscross into the middle. I love walking the Commons when I get the chance.
Maybe we'll mic you up when you're walking the Commons or something.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
But that is one thing we got to work on, is because I know summer sports are coming back. By the way, I got good news for you. By the way, but things are going to be. Summer sports are exciting right now, and like I said, if the Halifax Commons were a stock, I'd be heavily investing in that. If you got the landscaping contract for the Halifax Commons this year,
Mm-hmm.
you're a happy company.
Oh man, they're
The-
gonna be booked.
The city,
they're gonna be booked.
if you're Mayor Mike Savage and you're looking at the city of Halifax and you want to keep one, other than the Citadel Hill, and you want to keep one piece of Halifax outdoor activity, the upkeep, because Dow pays for their upkeep, right? Like that wouldn't be city.
Yeah, it's
Well,
gotta be the Commons.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it has to. It's Citadel Hill and the Halifax Commons. One, there's going to be tons of people walking on it, and there's probably going to be some rain every now and then. It's Halifax or summer, so there's going to be a little muddy pit, whatever. Guarantee there's going to be a landscaping crew there every day, making sure everything is. This word's tough. Meticulous.
Meticulous. Yes.
Meticulous.
Nice word. Yeah, I know. And like the fact, I just love like the way Halifax is laid out is just like perfect for the summer. Like the top, like the north, like if we're starting at the Commons, say the northmost part is the Commons, and then and then you go to like Citadel Hill, which is down further, which is like its own nice thing to walk in the summer or
Yeah.
like lay down on a blanket in, and then down you go a little further, and then you got all the bars, the main like the main city hustle bustle part.
Yeah.
You want to stop in at the bar, and then you go to the very southmost part,
Yeah.
and it's the Halifax waterfront.
Yeah.
And you can walk along there and like
Yeah.
grab a beaver tail or look
Yeah.
at the water, sit there.
Yeah.
Like the way it's laid out is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, and it reminds me of Toronto in the fact that like it's built from the water up.
Yeah.
But it's a lot smaller, so you can like walk. You could just like make an afternoon about it and like not get exhausted doing all these activities. Or you want to go down to like where like the Bedford Library is, that part, like
Yeah.
which is like to the eastern part. If you're looking downwards, like
Yeah.
it's just perfectly laid out for the summer, and
Yeah.
just like being down there for a day, getting all these things, going to the bar,
Yeah.
like going on the water,
Yeah.
like
How much time are we at?
perfect. 37 minutes.
And I pray there's one thing that's going to... There's an opportunity for a glue piece for all of this. There's an opportunity for people far and wide of the downtown core to... because if you look at the downtown core right now, you look at Agricola, like there's bars down there. You look at Gottingen down there's bars down there. You go all the way out to the granary by Smew. There's a community down there. And a big glue piece for the city, I don't know if it's going to be happening or not, is the Halifax Wanderers. You don't need to be a soccer fan to be able to appreciate what's going on down there. I've been fortunate enough to go to, I think, 2 games. I don't know, 2 years ago now. I don't know when I was last there. And one of the better nights I've ever had in the city of Halifax with my girlfriend. Couple buddies were there as well. Great place to run into someone. A great place to be outside in a setting where you can have a nice cold beer, enjoy some entertaining soccer. And just to be able to soak in the city and what the athletic community here in Halifax has to offer. People far and wide go to these bars around Halifax, and they all march together to, what's it called where they play?
The Wanderers Grounds.
Wanderers Grounds. They all come together in the Wanderers Grounds, and they get together and they play. And then the crowd, you don't even have to watch the game, for God's sakes. I did my market research. That sounded good. And you look around during the game. Don't get me wrong. There's probably 75% of the people watching. But you got that other 25%, Mark, talking, having fun,
I know.
hanging out with their buddy.
My brother, he had season tickets to the Wanderers when they were here, and they would literally like beforehand, someone would just get a keg, and they would just party before the hand and just drink the entire keg, and then just like you said, march as a gang from the apartment where everyone was
Yeah.
outside on the deck drinking, having a barbecue, and then just arrive at the Wanderers and just like check in and go crazy for the Wanderers. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a welcomed addition to the downtown.
Mark,
like,
you got a
you know,
story about
soccer
Wanderers?
mentality.
No, but I remember when I had to do soccer, when I was still doing Dow recaps, they used to do soccer double headers just to get them both in.
What?
It was not fun.
What
'Cause it
was
was
it?
two soccer games back to back, and when you're someone who does not like soccer and you have to do it for your job,
Are you talking about
Oh,
Eastlink?
way to
No,
kill
no,
the
Dow.
Way to kill the
well, no,
mood,
no,
man.
this
Oh.
is different level. This is different. This
Let
is
Mark
AUS
let Mark
soccer.
express himself.
Yeah, yeah, that was not fun. Doing two soccer games back to back, 'cause of course one was long enough. Then you got to deal with another one right after it. That's got to be a nice recap for both.
Okay.
I didn't mean to bring it down. It's just just how I feel about soccer. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, boys, I got to thank both of you guys. I do.
Alright.
This weekend made me feel like I was a business owner. Here's what I'm gonna break it down for you. So, Mark, by the way, great job.
Thank you. Thank
Like
you.
you killed it.
Cute.
I was very proud of you.
Thank you.
I was proud too.
Yeah.
You did a great job on your live stream. You took an opportunity and you ran with it, and I'm very proud of you. So good job with that live
you.
stream. For those of who are listening, Mark, whenever we do live stream, it's mostly Mark and myself. But I had an event to go to this weekend, and Mark went by himself to live stream, and it's kind of complicated. And Mark was able to handle it, and he did a great job. So Mark, let's do a little. No, you don't clap, Mark. It's just me
I
and
wasn't
Jeff.
gonna clap.
Just wait. Okay.
Sorry,
A little
audience.
louder. You got to clap louder.
Well,
into
I don't
the
want to kill their ears.
Oh, it's all right. And then Jeff as well. Great job. Sunday morning, I wasn't feeling the best, and
Did you get out of bed Sunday morning?
Yeah.
I did, oddly enough. I did get out of bed, but it was just to go to the washroom or get some water, or like usually when I wake up and I'm not feeling a little hungover, it's like I feel not anxiety, but like I feel guilty. So it's like I gotta get up and I gotta move. It's like if I lay in bed, I'm just making it worse. But anyways, Jeff, you did a great job as well.
Thanks, boys. Yes.
So I'm gonna give you the scenario here of what went down this because the day of the wedding, Mark, you were live streaming, right?
Yes.
So the day you were live streaming on that the wedding day, I don't know if have you ever been to the Halifax Club?
I know where it is. I mean, I know where it is.
Maybe, I don't know.
Haven't been
Is
inside
that
of it.
Is that the official name?
Yeah, it's the Halifax Club. But
Okay,
upstairs there's a private cigar club.
Mm.
So this club is just like, if the Royal Palace had a cigar room, this is what it would look like. Just, draped head to toe in silk red curtains, red carpet, and like a lot of politicians have like memberships here and like their own cigar locker. Like it's fancy as fuck. So I'm sitting there. This is post what's the part where they say I do? That's the ceremony.
The ceremony. Yeah.
That's the ceremony. So this is after that. This is after the food.
The
This is
reception.
the reception. So
Yeah.
this is when the boys Sarah, she had a couple drinks, so she was on the dance floor. Like I danced, but like I wasn't dancing all night. But she danced all night. All the girls were dancing all night. And then some of the fellas went upstairs to the cigar room. Some of the boys were playing poker. There was UFC on that night, Saturday night too.
Huge event.
So they had
So
like
good.
they had
Such
some
a good
cigars going with the UFC. Some boys were playing poker. Some boys were just sitting there having a conversation. Those big brown leather chairs, you know what I'm talking about? Those big cigar chairs.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm every now and then you got to check your phone because it's vibrating. And I'm looking at my phone and I'm watching Mark stream, and I'm just so proud of Mark that the company is making money while I'm sitting here having a scotch and I'm smoking a cigar. I'm still watching his stream to make sure it's good. And as I'm sitting there, I get 3 notifications on my phone. Sold 2 sweaters and a hat.
Yeah.
So like that's
That's a cool feeling.
it was if you follow this company, if you've known this company since 2017, I think how that's a big deal to me to have the company run while I sit there have a cigar, and my best friend's getting married. I'm able to enjoy I don't know what I was drinking. It might have been the Hennessy.
Was it an actual like
Oh,
cigar, like
man.
tobacco?
Oh, it was a cigar. My buddy Ben bought some because downstairs they have a cigar shop, and I'm pretty sure he bought it from there. It was great. It lasted me like 90 minutes, and I was sitting with like some
Unreal.
strangers, and they were asking me about what I did, and I was pitching to them, trying to get some money from them. Not really, but they were interested in what I did.
Yeah.
But and I'm sitting there, I'm watching Mark stream. I'm so proud of the guy. It was such a great stream, and then on top of that, to be able to sell a couple quarter zips, a hat,
yeah.
and money's just coming into the company while I sit there and soak it in. It was one of the proudest moments I've ever just had of myself. And I'm not sitting here. People might be listening to this going, "Fuck off, Justin! Stop tooting your own horn." I really don't.
No.
I don't care.
I'm
you
not
say,
taking it like
I know.
that.
You say you think whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh.
care. Sorry, I
Oh
don't.
my.
Sorry, Mark. What
Oh
was the
my.
word? I don't give a damn.
I don't give a tinker's bottom, a bleep, a
Tinker's bottom. What?
Oh, it's just like an old
Anyway,
thing.
yeah, I know. I don't. Think,
I don't give a what?
Tinker's bottom.
Tinker's. I don't give a tinker's bottom.
Yeah.
You know,
I know, man.
I was sitting there, and I know that Mark. Anyways, it was a big moment for myself. It was a big moment for my best friend who got married, and he was right by my side. It was just one of those moments I'll never forget in my entire life of just being able to sit there and for the first time in a long time be able to be like, you know what, Justin, you have a company. This is running smoothly.
Yeah.
Things are happening. And the reward was the cigar and the scotch. I don't know what
Dude,
it was. It was
no,
a cigar.
I just gotta say, I don't think people should blame you for being proud of that. If you put in 4 years of nonstop hard work, and if you're starting a company, you are working nonstop, and then like you can have a moment where you're at a friend's wedding after the year you've had, and you're sitting there and you're making money, and your employees are doing their jobs, and you don't need to like second guess it and worry about it.
Yeah.
Like that is definitely like a moment you should be proud of. Like I don't think anyone should give you a hard time.
What were you gonna say, Mark?
You
Hey,
know?
just don't be a dink about it. Is basically. What
I'm
I was
not
gonna
being
say.
a dink
I
about
know,
it.
I know
I'm just,
you're
I
not.
got to express.
I know you're expressing how proud you. That's fine. That's absolutely
I'm proud of
fine.
you.
Thank you. You.
You know, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Proud of Jeff. There's nothing wrong with celebrating
Absolutely
a success of the growth of the company.
Just
No.
don't rub it in people's faces.
I'm not rubbing it in people's
you're
face.
Not. I'm just
So why are
saying.
you saying it, Mark?
I'm
Let him
not
go,
rubbing
let
it
him
in
go.
people's face.
I know
I'm just
you're not.
saying.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm just saying too.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with expressing that, telling people how you feel about the company.
I know. It's something you should brag
If
about.
someone,
It's fine.
I'm
You're
not
gonna brag-
bragging.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'd brag.
I'm just saying there was a moment in the day on Saturday
You were proud.
where I took a step back and I went, holy shit, it's starting to feel like a company.
Yeah. That's cool.
You
man.
know,
I'm
you're
glad you
starting
had
to
that
feel like a
moment.
company. Complete strangers coming up to you going, how's High Button Sports doing? It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. It was a great wedding. Anxiousness was in the air. And for the first time in a long time, the future is clear to see. You did I say that correctly? The future is
Future's clear. Yeah.
like there's no fog, there's no smoke.
Bright path.
Even though
forward.
I was in the cigar room and there was fog and there was smoke, like you were able to see for that time, in that second, in that minute, whatever it was, where I took a step back and I realized when I was sitting in the brown leather chair. And like I said, there was smoke, there was fog in the room, but oddly enough, I saw perfectly clear
Damn.
of what the future holds.
That is deep.
I saw perfectly clear of what the future holds with this company. It's hard to explain, but I hope I explained it to a T on that minute I had on that Saturday night.
I'm glad you told us about that. It's good to hear.
You're good, Mark?
Sorry,
Yep.
Mark called you a dink in the middle of it.
I was not calling him a dink, Jeff. Let's not twist things around here.
That's what I heard.
That's
not what he called me.
no.
He just said, "Don't rub it in people's faces."
And you were
And
not.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
being
not.
proud of your achievements.
I am.
There's
I'm
nothing
proud.
wrong with that.
Give me an achievement that you're proud of.
Doing the stream.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of that. That was
Give me the
awesome.
experience with the stream on Saturday. How did it go? When you walked in, did people recognize you right away?
Oh yeah,
You're
it's
good?
It's like I've
Mark's
said
getting recognized
it,
everywhere he
I
goes,
said
by
it
the
before.
way.
It's like I don't know if any of you are like religious, but it's like when the Red Sea parted, when Moses parted the Red Sea. That's like how it was. Like everyone just sort of moved over, and I just like sort of like snuck
that's
through there.
funny.
Nobody
That's
minded.
awesome.
Then of course my anxiety, because I've had that for most of my life, was through the roof, going in there. by myself, no backup. It's all on you.
Yeah, but no one gave you shit when you walked in.
I know no one gave me that when I walked in, and I just did the instructions exactly how you did it up there, and it was great.
Like, you should have seen Mark when he first started. Not
Oh, boy.
you'd, like, just a little anxiousness, a little nervous, a little. And now when he walks in and he has the high button hat on, I know you're upset about that, Jeff, but I know he has the hat on, he has the sweater, and excuse me, he has that crest.
Yeah.
No questions. Mark, how are you? Mark, do you go up, you do your thing. Mark, you're good. People recognize Mark, and that's another aspect of the business that I'm proud of as well, to be able to make sure that Mark has a level of comfortability with every rink that he goes in, because that's a big part of it for you. Being able to be comfortable and going into the rink and streaming, that's a big part of your success. So that was, like I said, that was a big element to the weekend as well, and it's exciting. Like, I know, like, me and Jeff have to talk later about what's going on, and you know, Jeff knows the business inside and out right now, and you're gonna be a big part of the future here. And there's going to be an element that's going to be able to hopefully happen a lot more, that I'm going to be able to sit back and focus on another element, hopefully in a big brown chair. I don't want to be smoking
a cigar.
Well, cigar, Mark, that's not funny. Cigars aren't good for you, right? You don't want to be smoking a lot of cigars.
Well, you were doing it on.
Yeah,
weekend.
because my best friend got married, so it's a special occasion.
So that's your one and only cigarette.
No,
ever.
I have, like, you know, I have a cigar and like a whiskey on a celebration.
That's fine.
Like the day we sold that Generous United ad, when you boys left, you better believe I had a cigar by myself and had a little whiskey. Like, you got to celebrate the little things in life. Like the fact that you did, I think that was your first stream that you've ever done successfully by yourself. Like, maybe you did a couple more, I don't know, but that was definitely the smoothest one you've ever done.
Yeah.
Mark, you should have went home and you should have celebrated, did whatever you do. You got to reward yourself in moments like that. It's the little things. It's going to make you appreciate it. Jeff.
If I become a full-time employee here, I want to sit down and have a cigar with you after.
100%. 100%. You know what I mean? Got to celebrate the little things. How much time are we at, Jeff?
51 minutes.
So, you know, to come back full circle, I know we were talking about the Halifax Wanderers. That's going to be a big part of the success of the summer in Halifax. I do not know. Do you know, Jeff? Does anyone know if they? I've heard whispers of them coming back. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that will be a huge staple in the Halifax athletic community. Coming together.
Well, it's either that or they're going to do Soccer Island again like they did last year.
Oh, and PEI?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bull. Yeah.
I know. I don't know about the professional teams, what their sitch is, but I know the community sports are going to be back in like full swing this summer. Like last summer, there was kind of like, just like you said, like the baseball leagues and like the soccer leagues and all that.
Yeah.
They're going to be back in full swing. Like, full season, just commons booked out, all of that. So the pro teams, I'm not sure. It's a little tougher for them. But.
You're good?
Yep.
Was that?
That was just me.
Oh, you got to get that?
Nope.
But I know the first podcast we did about this was people preaching them to start saying yes to things, get the phones out of the kids' hands and all that. This is completely different. All I'm saying now is all you got to do is start saying yes to things. It's pretty simple in the summer to be able to get out and explore and have fun and do things.
And you
not
saw
that
the writing
difficult.
on the wall. You were there this weekend, so you're coming in, seeing, experiencing it.
Just listen, like, the next time you guys are in a group of people where there's 60 people or something, and you're having a conversation with someone, listen to what the actual conversation is about. I know a lot of us have these conversations and it's in one ear out the other just to get out of the conversation, but actually sit there and have a conversation with someone and talk about how they're feeling and what they're looking forward to and things they're working on. The premise of the conversation is the future. It's the anxiousness to be able to do things like they were 2 years ago, a year ago. A guy could be telling you about a certain thing, a certain story, a certain whatever, but wrap all those things together and get one word together of that whole conversation, and the word is anxiousness. The word is the future. The word is those are two great words. I'm not going to go into a third word, but that's the premise of the conversation that I've been having. And everyone listening to the podcast, next time you have a conversation with a guy or a girl you haven't seen in a bit, and you're talking to them about what the future holds, just actually pay attention and listen and feel out that conversation and what's gonna be held in that person's life. And I guarantee you, like I said, outdoor activities, anxiousness, summer, May, June, July, August,
September.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna happen. 100%. It's gonna be a great summer. I can't wait. This company is going to be thriving in the summer as well when it comes to outdoor activities and miking up. You and me are going to start working on that today probably. We'll talk later. But there's definitely things we're going to be working on this summer to make sure that we're going to be entertaining the people and capturing. That's the big word I want to use for this business for May, June, July, August, and
September.
is capturing the feel of Halifax during those months.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be an energy in the air. There's going to I don't like to use the word vibe too much, but energy. There's going to be an energy in the air, and we got to capture it. We got to be there, even if that means doing a podcast in the middle of, what do you say, tiddlywink? Can't say F word. What is it?
The Tinker's Bottom.
Even if that means doing a podcast in the middle of Tinker's Bottom Commons. As long as we're capturing the energy of the city, the athletic community in the city of Halifax, or all around the HRM, Sackville, Dartmouth, Bedford. Am I missing any other cities in the HRM right now?
Cole Harbour.
Cole Harbour,
Sackville.
East Hants. Is that HRM?
That's outskirts, but it's in there.
You know what I mean? So that's the goal right now for us to be able to capture the energy. And that's why I think we're thriving in this business with sports and here in Atlantic Canada, is because I've lived through it. I've been here for a good portion of my life. I know how to capture the energy of the things that are going to be happening. I know where to be. I know what to film. I know who to talk to. And hopefully those skill sets are able to come into full force and we're able to have some fun with it and entertain everyone that's listening here. Am I missing anything?
No,
I was just going to add
good.
maybe just one more thing. Jeff, did you pass that just that box over, please? I just want to demonstrate something that we did a big improvement from the last time we did one of these. I didn't need these, so big improvement.
Is it on his camera?
Yeah.
That's good.
There you go. Didn't need these, so we're proving every day.
There you go. That was good. All right, Jeff, do you got anything else to say to the people, your teachers, friends, family?
No, man. I just think you made me think there for a second. It's kind of like after this whole COVID thing and people.
You got to put it on your camera.
Yeah, and people are back to people are back to interacting and hearing other people tell stories. I feel like before COVID, obviously because we hadn't experienced it yet, like you said, you'd kind of like you'd have a conversation with someone and it might be in one ear out the other. But now people are so like interested in just hearing about anything that's not sitting at home watching TV that I think people are going to be a lot more like open, and it's just going to be like a good positive atmosphere. I don't want to use the word vibe. I'm like you, but
Energy.
if you have a conversation with someone like now, you kind of you have a way different perspective having lived through this past year, I think. And that hopefully that shows in the summer and we're able to make some cool content.
Yeah.
What's that?
How much time are we at?
57 minutes.
Jeez. All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you very much for everyone listening. It's Monday, so work hard, have fun, enjoy the week. I know we are. And if you could do me a quick favor, keep on buying some High Button merch so we can order some more for the summer months. Even though we are going to be getting T-shirts and stuff in, but it would be nice to order a bigger quantity. So, anyways, yeah, quarter zips. We got some hats left still. They're going quick, those hats, and that's it. All right, we're out. Peace.